sometime before you guys leave today, I'd like to stop down and talk to Renee. I'd invite her up. She's on crutches, so it works better. We've had a couple of phone calls regarding our policy that we've placed on utilities, varying utility companies putting underground utilities in our drainage districts, where we send the watchman out to make sure that there's not a tile or something in that area where they want to bury that. Some of the utility companies are complaining about this. It's not a common practice with any of the other counties that they deal with. And that was kind of one of the selling points that we heard from Field and Fire. We got one from
Calhoun County, does it?
I don't think so.
I thought we had adopted.
Well, we need to find out, because we got I'm trying to think of the Iowa Network server. I can't remember the name of the utility. And just the call just came in. They got billed $350 for the watchman to drive to Palmer and tell them that there was no tile in the area where they wanted to drive.
Why so expensive?
Well, that's what he wanted to know, and I guess I do too.
I'm supportive of the policy, because I've seen from my ag background where those have been cut, and
it's in our agreement that if they cut it, they have to replace it.
Well, but
yeah,
it might be a year. Yeah,
that's better to prevent it. You know, rather than you can talk to like Mike Bradell. You know, they like those fiber companies. You know, they've been busting tile, and they never tell you when they do it. And then you get a hole, and I thought we adopted a policy that was in effect in Calhoun County.
Well, according to this guy, and I thought it was timely, because tomorrow you'll be talking to some of your constituents from Pocahontas
and we can't. Just from my ag background,
well, I understand.
We've seen that very thing that Dean's talking about, where they'll sever it, and it may go 3 years, and we're wondering why we're not getting the drainage that we once had, and discover that they've cut it too.
If they can't tell from the math in the office that there's a tile there, what are they doing to go out there and spend $350?
Well, I totally agree that the price is ridiculous. But again, for the support of the I'm supportive of the policy. I think it's way too high priced. That seems ridiculously high.
But my question, you know, if they're going to put a utility underground, well, whether it's on right of way or in private property, makes no difference. If there's no tile there on our map,
it's private tile then.
But if there's no tile on our map, why is he even going out there?
Yeah, probably shouldn't.
That is my question.
And this,
because the report came back, no tile in this area.
This, you know, there are tons of private lines that cross, and but that's really not not our responsibility.
Right.
I would too think that
in the future they should be able to just check his map.
That's
not
my point.
right. You know, not his.
Because they, on their map, for their application for this permit, it's like 1.25 miles of buried. They want to bury this cable. Well, you know, he didn't go out and probe it for only $350. And that would have cost $3,500 to probe that one. So I'm saying that he drove out there and drove back to the office and said, "Man, I don't think there's anything there, but I'll look on the map to be sure." That's my point.
And that's well taken. I mean, we don't disagree with it, but we are defending the fact that they need to call and find out if there's
and I'm not arguing that point at all, but and I'm certainly not sticking up for the utility companies. That's not the point either. But when you need to talk to Renee, because I don't know the sequence of this. We got the bill from Keelan Fire, is that company. We sent it to Pilger. That's who was doing the work for this utility company. Well, Pilger then turned and sent it back to the utility company, because they're the ones that applied for the permit to begin with. So that part of it needs to be cleaned up a little bit as well.
No, I mean, we're more than happy to discuss that.
Yeah.
That seems...
You know, just to kind of check this other guy's credentials a little bit, you might want to visit with Calhoun Pocahontas BD tomorrow and see if they actually do have that policy in place. So.
All right, I guess there needs to be some discussion. There's a significant difference of responsibility of district tile versus privates. I mean, we don't have any concern, well, no authority to be concerned about.
Or any record of those.
But privates.
Like, when private tile is in the road right away, we've got secondary roads has an interest.
That's correct.
And they also have a record of those crossings because they have to apply for them. So there should be some record of any private tiles crossing the right.
And you're absolutely right. In that easement, secondary roads are responsible for those that cross the easement.
It's true. They have an interest in it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what happened. Washington County tile and private tile on the M50 they got. And then the road.
Yeah, that was a big one.
Yeah. So
is that a county structure or private?
I would think it would be because it was huge. It was a great big one, so there aren't any privates of that size. There are very, very few.